My wife joked at dinner with friends, "I need a new husband, this one's broken." I smiled and said, "You're single now, so that's solved." Then I left the restaurant. Her frantic calls started when she realized I, 37 male, walked out of that restaurant and didn't look back. Dinner with her college friends. 4 couples at this Italian place we'd been hitting up monthly. Wine, pasta, the usual. My wife was a few drinks in, animated, holding court like she does. Then she looked at me and said it. "God, I need a new husband. This one's broken." The table went silent. Someone coughed. Her best friend tried to laugh it off, but my wife wasn't done. "Seriously though, he's useless, just works and sleeps. It's like being married to a very expensive piece of furniture." I'd heard versions of this before, months of little comments, digs about how boring I was, how I wasn't fun anymore, how I needed to try harder, always in front of other people, always brushed off as jokes when I brought it up later. But tonight, something clicked. I wasn't furniture, I wasn't broken, and I sure as hell wasn't staying to be her punchline anymore. Put my napkin down, stood up. "You're single now, problem solved." Started walking. "Wait, what? Where are you? It was a joke." Kept walking, out the door, into my car. Phone started blowing up immediately, ignored it. Drove home, packed a bag, laptop, clothes, documents, toothbrush, basics. Checked into a hotel, turned my phone off, slept better than I had in months. Morning came, turned the phone back on. Notifications everywhere. Missed calls, voicemails, texts, all from her. All variations of "you're overreacting" and "call me back" and "this is insane." Deleted them, blocked her number. Then I called my lawyer, guy I knew from the golf course. "Need to file for divorce, today if possible." "What happened?" "Wife's been disrespecting me in public for months. I'm done." We talked logistics, no kids. House in my name, bought before marriage. Separate bank accounts, her car in her name, mine in mine. Clean split on paper. "I can have papers ready fast, you sure about this?" Never been more sure of anything. Couple days later, she got served. At work, during her shift at the boutique. My phone exploded again. Different numbers this time. Her sister, "What is wrong with you?" Her mother, "Call me immediately." Her friends, "She's devastated, how could you?" Blocked every single one. Her mom kept trying though. Called from someone else's phone eventually. "You need to fix this." She was just venting. She didn't mean it. She called me broken furniture in front of 8 people. After months of the same garbage, she meant it. Marriage is hard work. You don't just give up. I didn't give up. She gave up on respecting me. "I'm just making it official. You're being childish," and hung up. Blocked that number too. Update 1. Been about a week. Living in a corporate apartment now, month-to-month lease, quiet, peaceful. Random numbers kept texting, her friends, people I barely knew. "She's really sorry. She misses you so much. It was just a bad joke, everyone makes mistakes. You're throwing away 5 years over nothing." Blocked every single one, like whack-a-mole but with phone numbers. My lawyer called. She's contesting the divorce, claims no grounds. Says you abandoned the marriage over a harmless comment. Get statements from the people at dinner. They all heard it, and it wasn't the first time. Texted the other couples from that night. Asked if they'd back me up. Got replies pretty quick. All 3 said yes. "Dude, we've been uncomfortable with how she talks to you for months." That was brutal to watch. Happy to help. "Yeah man, she crossed a line, we got you." Sent the info to my lawyer. Then things started getting creative. My credit card got declined buying gas. Checked my account. Frozen. Called the bank. "What's going on?" "Your wife filed a fraud alert. Said you've been making erratic purchases and she's concerned for your mental state." "I'm the account holder. She's not on this account. She provided your social account number and enough personal details to seem credible." Took 3 hours at the bank to sort it out. Had to show ID, the divorce filing, everything. "This is harassment," the manager said. "We'll note that she has 0 authorization on this account." Documented it. Sent it to my lawyer. Few days later, tried to go to the house, my house, that I own, to get more clothes. He didn't work. She'd changed the locks. Stood there staring at my own front door that wouldn't open. Wild. Called my lawyer. "She changed the locks on my house. The house solely in your name?" "Yep." "Perfect. Filing a police report and getting you access today." Cops showed up, knocked on the door. She answered. "Ma'am, this gentleman owns this property. You need to let him in." "We're married. This is my house too." The cop looked tired already. Do you own this house? Well, no, but then you can't change the locks and keep him out. She let me in, glaring the whole time, found all my stuff in garbage bags, in the garage, like she was planning to dump it. Really? I asked her. You left. You abandoned me. What was I supposed to do? Not throw away my belongings? The cops helped me document everything. Photos, statements, helped me load my car. As I was leaving, she tried the crying routine. I said I was sorry. Why won't you just talk to me? You never said sorry. You said it was a joke. That I'm overreacting. That's not an apology. I'm saying it now. Too late. Left with the cops. One of them stopped me at my car. Good for you, man. Nobody deserves that treatment. My lawyer loved all the new evidence. She's destroying her own case. But she wasn't done being petty. My gym membership got canceled. Called them. Your wife called. Said you asked her to cancel it. She's not authorized to touch my accounts. We're getting divorced. Can you reinstate it? They did. Added password protection this time. Then my car insurance company called. Someone tried to cancel your policy. Same thing. She'd impersonated me. Had enough info to sound credible. Had to lock down everything. Every subscription, every service, every account. Passwords on everything. Security questions. Fraud alerts everywhere. She was systematically trying to make my life hell. Thought it would bring me back. Had the opposite effect. Made me realize leaving was the best decision I'd made in years. Update 2 month in now. Divorce grinding forward. My lawyer filed for exclusive possession of the house. Court day came. She showed up with a lawyer finally. Guy looked like he already regretted taking her case. Her lawyer stood up. Your Honor, while the house is technically in my client's husband's name, she's resided there for 5 years and has equity through. Through what? The judge interrupted. Living there? That's not how property ownership works. My lawyer presented everything. Deed in my name, mortgage in my name, bought 2 years before we even met. Additionally, Your Honor, she's engaged in substantial harassment, changed locks, filed fraudulent account claims, attempted to cancel his services, disposed of his belongings, showed the police reports, the bank statements, photos of my stuff in garbage bags. Judge looked at my wife. Ma'am, did you change the locks on a house you don't own? He left me. I was protecting myself. By locking the owner out of his own property? He abandoned me over a joke. A joke where you called him broken and useless in front of your friends? She went quiet. Judge wasn't done. And then you filed false fraud claims? Tried to cancel his accounts? Put his belongings in trash bags? I was upset. Being upset doesn't give you the right to harass someone. Motion granted. You have 2 weeks to vacate. If you're not out, the sheriff will remove you. She started crying, loud, ugly crying. Where am I supposed to go? That's not this court's concern. Should have thought about that before your behavior. Her lawyer looked exhausted. Outside the courtroom, her sister was waiting, saw me and charged over. You're really throwing her out? After everything she's done for you? What did she do for me specifically? She supported you. How? By working part-time while I paid every bill? The mortgage, utilities, insurance, food, her car payment? Tell me exactly how she supported me. Sister went quiet. Yeah, that's what I thought. She can move in with you since you're so concerned. I don't have space for her. Not my problem. Maybe your mom then, or one of her friends. Figure it out. They left, her sister practically dragging my wife away while she sobbed. But the entitlement train kept rolling. Started seeing posts on social media, her friends' accounts, not hers directly. Long rants about abusive men and financial control and heartless abandonment. Photos of her crying, comments full of support. You deserve so much better. He's showing his true colors. I didn't respond, didn't engage. My lawyer said ignore it, but people started reaching out to me, mutual friends, people who knew both of us. Is this real? You really left her over one comment? Sent them the facts, the pattern, the witnesses, the timeline of months of disrespect. Most went quiet after. Some apologized. One guy from that dinner sent a long text. Bro, my wife and I have been talking. We realized she's been doing this for way longer than just that night. We've heard her make similar comments at other dinners. We thought it was just your dynamic. We didn't realize it was one-sided. You were right to leave. That felt good. 2 weeks passed. Eviction day came. Showed up with the sheriff. Knocked on the door. She answered. Saw the sheriff. Went pale. Ma'am, you have 2 hours to gather your belongings and leave. If you refuse, we'll physically escort you out. This is my home. Sheriff handed her the order. No, ma'am. According to this deed and the court order, it's his home. You're trespassing. Her mom pulled up then with a moving truck. Thank God someone in that family had sense. Took them 3 trips to load everything. I stayed in my car watching, making sure it went smoothly. When they finished, I went inside. Place felt different. Empty, but also lighter. Changed the locks again. Called a security company. Had cameras installed everywhere. Front door, back door, garage, driveway. Not taking chances. Found some stuff she'd left behind. Jewelry, old photos, some clothes. Boxed it all. Dropped it at her mom's house. Left it on the porch, didn't knock. Got a text from a random number that night. You're going to regret this. Blocked it. Week later, got something in the mail. Legal demand from her lawyer. She was suing for spousal support, claiming she'd sacrificed her career for our marriage, that I owed her for the years she'd invested in us. My lawyer called, laughing. Actually laughing. She's claiming career sacrifice? She worked part-time retail by choice, made what, $16,000 a year? If that. We have her work history, 6 different part-time jobs in 5 years, all retail, all minimum wage. Meanwhile, you paid for everything. This is going nowhere. So we fight it, we destroy it. Court day for the spousal support hearing. Brought everything, my pay stubs, the bills, all in my name. Mortgage, utilities, insurance, car payments, everything. Her work history. Part-time positions, never more than 25 hours a week. By choice, not necessity. Her lawyer tried. Your Honor, my client supported the household while her husband worked. Supported how? The judge asked. She made $16,000 last year. He made over 90. He paid the mortgage, the utilities, the insurance, her car payment. What exactly did she support? Silence. Judge reviewed the documents. I see no evidence of career sacrifice. I see evidence of someone who chose not to work full-time while being fully supported by her spouse. Motion denied. My wife lost it. Started screaming. You're all against me. He's lying about everything. Ma'am, judge's voice went cold. If you don't compose yourself, I'll hold you in contempt. She didn't compose herself. Security removed her from the courtroom. Her lawyer looked dead inside. I'm withdrawing from this case. Smart move, my lawyer said. Week later, she was representing herself, filing motions written in crayon practically, all denied. Final update. 3 months later, divorce finalized. Final judgment came down. She got nothing. Zero. Zilch. No spousal support. No claim to the house. No money. Just her car that was already in her name and whatever belongings she'd taken. Judge's final words. I see no grounds for any of your claims. The property was his before marriage. He bore all financial responsibility. Your conduct since separation has been harassing and entitled. You're fortunate he hasn't countersued. Divorce granted. She tried to appeal. Filed the paperwork herself since no lawyer would touch it. Appeal denied in record time. No new evidence presented. No errors in original judgment. Decision stands. Heard through the grapevine she moved in with her mom. Got a full-time waitressing job. First full-time job she'd had in years. Apparently tells everyone who'll listen that I stole her home and left her with nothing. One of our mutual friends finally confronted her. He didn't steal anything. It was his house, his money. You treated him like garbage, and he left. That's not theft, that's consequences. She apparently just cried and said everyone was against her. Friends stopped talking to her after that. Her best friend from that dinner night reached out to me. I owe you an apology. We all knew she was treating you badly. We just thought, I don't know, that it was your dynamic, that you were okay with it. Then seeing how she acted after you left, the lies, the entitlement, I'm sorry we didn't speak up. Not your job to fix my marriage. Still, you made the right call. She's been spiraling, blaming everyone but herself. Lost most of her friend group over it. Not my problem anymore. And it really wasn't. House is mine, fully mine. Redecorated the whole place. Got rid of everything that reminded me of her. New furniture, new paint. Feels like my space now. Work's been good. Got promoted a few months back. Boss said I seemed more focused, more confident. Whatever changed, keep it up. Started dating again. Nothing serious yet. Met someone at a bookstore. We've been talking, had coffee a few times. She asked about my ex. I gave her the brief version. She sounds exhausting. She was. Took me too long to see it. What made you finally leave? She called me broken in front of people, like I was a defective appliance she could trade in. That's when I realized I'd been accepting disrespect for way too long. Good for you. Takes strength to walk away. Not sure where it's going with her, but it's nice. She's respectful. Actually asks about my day. Listens when I talk. Basic stuff that shouldn't feel revolutionary but does. As for my ex, last heard she's still at her mom's, still working, still bitter about what I did to her. Her sister sent another message from a new number. You destroyed her life. Nah, she destroyed her own life. I just stopped letting her destroy mine too. Blocked that number. Mom asked me if I regretted the marriage, if I wished I'd tried harder. Only regret is not leaving sooner. You stayed because you loved her. I stayed because I thought love meant accepting disrespect, that if I just tried harder, she'd stop. But she never stopped. She got worse. Love isn't supposed to hurt like that. No, it's not. The dinner crew invited me over last weekend. Small thing at their place. Specifically said my ex wasn't invited. We wanted you to know we support you. What she did wasn't okay. Appreciate it. Can I ask, what was the final straw? You put up with it for so long. The broken comment wasn't the first. It was just the last. She'd been saying stuff like that for months. Calling me boring. Not exciting enough. Not ambitious enough. Always in front of other people. I kept thinking if I just worked harder, earned more, did more around the house, she'd stop. But she didn't. She escalated. That night, when she said I was broken and she needed a new husband, something clicked. She'd already checked out of the marriage. She just wanted me to keep paying for everything while she figured out her next move. That's brutal. Yeah. So I made it easy for her. Gave her exactly what she said she wanted. They laughed. Cold, but fair. Life moves on. That's the thing nobody tells you about divorce. It's not the end of the world. It's just the end of one chapter. I'm doing well. Better than well, actually. Living in a place that feels like home. Working a job I'm good at. Seeing someone who treats me with basic respect. Hanging with friends who actually have my back. My ex is still out there somewhere, playing victim, refusing to take responsibility for anything. But that's not my circus anymore. She taught me something valuable. Self-respect isn't negotiable. The second you start accepting disrespect, you're teaching people that's the standard. I accepted it too long, made excuses, thought it was just her sense of humor, thought I was being too sensitive, thought if I just tried harder, things would improve. They never do, not with people like that. Someone asked me recently if I'd take her back if she genuinely apologized, really meant it. No. Why, if she actually realized she was wrong? Because she only realized it when she lost everything. When she had to work full-time, when her friends dipped, when she lost the house and the comfort. That's not growth. That's just regret over losing convenience. Real change happens when someone recognizes their behavior was wrong, regardless of consequences. She only cares because it affected her standard of living. That's not someone I want in my life. Moving forward now, building something real, with people who value me as a person, not as a paycheck or punching bag. And honestly, feels damn good. That restaurant where it all went down, drove past it the other day. Didn't even think about it until I was already gone. It's just a building. Just the place where I decided I was worth more than being someone's punchline. Best decision I ever made. Walking out, not looking back. Ending it on my terms before she could drag it out any longer. She wanted a new husband? She can find one. I'm busy being a better version of myself. That's my story. Guy whose wife called him broken furniture. Who left, who filed, who stood his ground through harassment, lies, and attempts to paint him as the villain. Who came out better on the other side. Not perfect, not some Hollywood ending, just real. And mine. And that's more than enough.